Hello, Selena Strombo from SodaTutorials.com. I just want to pop in today and actually show you something that I've been doing as of late. Want to work on my Masterwork skills, enchanting weapons and armor. So you want to start off, every time you enchant or Masterwork a piece of equipment, it takes down its durability. So you want to work with pieces that have high durability. The pieces that have the highest durability start out as +1 things you create. So if you create a leather set of gloves and you have a high enough skill, you have a chance to make them as +1. Not only do they have a little bit of boost, but they have really high durability. Those are the ones you want to masterwork or enhance, because each time you do that, it drops it down 10, like 10 durability or something. You'll see items out there on the vendors that have a huge, like a +9, but if you look at their durability, they're like 30. And that's not really good at all. So that means someone started out with just a regular item and then just masterwork the crap out of it, and it's got a low durability. So making a bunch of items and looking for your +1 items is what you want to start with. What I also found out with is that if I I'm here in Owl's Head and I'm at the public vendor. His name is Ronald. If I come in here and take a look at the +1 items that are here, and I put them in the filter, you'll see a bunch of stuff in here, like epic leather boots, epic leather armor. These are great ones. I mean, if I look at this epic leather, it's it's got 140 durability. If I look at these leggings here, 150. So if I were to take someone has it here for 500, which actually is pretty inexpensive. This helm here is only 200. So instead of trying to waste resources and try to get some of these lower items, you may go through and make like 5 or 6 helms until you get a +1. Keep an eye out for these in the vendor, and at 200 gold piece, that's just worth it to buy. So I'm gonna take it. I'm a little low on gold at this point, so I'm gonna take this helm and this chest armor here. That's 700, and that leaves me 123. I just bought a bunch of stuff. I'm gonna go ahead and buy those. So I've spent 700 on it, and that means I just don't have to go through the actions of working the working resource or blowing through resources to get some +1 items. I'm gonna head back over to my home in Bay Lunier, and I'm gonna show you a chest I have. And every time I buy 1 or 2 of these, I just go and throw them into this chest. The idea is that I'm just collecting a bunch of +1 items, that when I decide to sit down and actually really work on my masterwork or work on my enchanting, I'm just going to go to this chest, grab stuff out of there, and just start working the crap out of them. So heading over to Bay Lunier, and then let's see, I can show you what I've collected over there. So don't buy things that are like 1,000 gold or anything really over 500. If a chest piece, that's worth 500. But all the other small stuff, especially on 200 or 300, maybe 4, that's pretty inexpensive for the items, and it's just a quick way to build up an inventory of items that you can then use to work on masterwork, as opposed to crafting all those items, spending all those resources, and then going over and masterwork. It's just a little bit quicker to do it, and I think it saves a little bit of money in the long run because you got some more +1 items. And I mean, that is unless you are really trying to work your leathering skills or your blacksmithing skills, then you need to make the items anyways. So I'm gonna head down into the basement here. And just so you guys know, this is I'm on a town lot. This is one of these stone arena basements. It's basically a 2-level basement. So you get this huge kind of open area around here. There's one room over here, and then there's some stairs to go down. It's almost like a fighting pit if you want to think of it that way. There's a small room here, and then you get into the main room. There's one alcove over here. If you can see, I've got like my butchery, cooking, and stuff in here. It's just dressed up that way. Over here in this corner, I've got kind of like alchemy and my printing press and stuff, and just dressed up. But in the main part here is all my crafting stuff. This just makes things a lot easier to work, and you can see every station has a chest above it. I basically keep all my things that are related. So here's the smithing station. If I look at that in here, I've got everything from my copper ore, coal, which I need as a fuel cell, molds, tin and tungsten, and probably some pliers and stuff. while in this one above the milling station, where I've got my raw wood and my timber, I got some garlic in there, which I don't need. So that's the way I organize it, and that's why I like this layout for a basement. It allows me to get all my stations, working boxes for each one of them, and then I've got some other series of boxes. This is empty right now, but this is primarily my loot box. So when I go out and get a bunch of stuff, cobalt hammers, shoddy, short bows and iron daggers and whatnot, I put them in here and I amass a bunch of them, and that's what I used to do my salvaging with. So it's kind of like my salvage box. While over here, this one gets some odds and ends, bear heads and borers and some things that just really aren't being used right now in the game. But this one is the point of this video, where I collect a bunch of stuff that is actually things that I've worked on or things that I will work on. You can see there's a bunch of +1 stuff. The ones that are higher things that I've worked on itself and we'll use later. But these are all items that I can take, and I've got some epic pieces here that I can take, and when I go to start working on my mastercraft, I can use. Let me get this garlic in here with the rest of my stuff. So an epic leather chest armor. Great, I didn't have one of those. So right now I have boots, chest, gloves, helm, and leggings. I have enough here to create a full set of armor, which is good. So, you can definitely sell a full set of armor better than some other pieces. So I just keep buying these and putting them in here. And then at some point I'm going to take it and then go off and create a let's see if I can get this one. Go ahead and do my masterwork and see if I can get them up while raising skill. So that's just my point. Once again, you can create the stuff yourself. You have to go through and use your resources. Take some time, and then it will, you'll get +1 items, or here and there, depending on your skill. Or when you're at the public vendors like in Al's Head, if you see stuff in there and they're really inexpensive, go ahead and buy them and just save them away later. And it definitely was a lot easier to spend probably around 1,200 for one full set of epic leather in here. And then to work that than it is to go through and try and create it through all the resources. So that was it. Hope that helps out. Once again, it's Elena Strombo from SodaTutorials.com. Comments in the video, please, if you have plus or minus, thumbs up, thumbs down. Subscribe if you like the channel. Appreciate it. Have a good evening. Bye.